Hi, I'm Nora. This is Jess. We're going to do a bit of a quick stretch workout today. So this is just to add on to the end of whatever else you're doing, or it can be done on its own. Takes about 12 minutes. Nice little quick stretch video. So we're going to start on your knees. You're going to step 1 foot forward, doesn't matter which, we're going to do both sides. And we're going to press forward into a lunge here, and then we're going to press back to hamstrings, okay? That's your first move. I'm going to use a timer, just so that I can count the repetitions. So you press forward, you feel a stretch in your hip, and then you press back to feel a stretch in your hamstrings. You press forward, feel a stretch in the hip, press back, stretch in the hamstrings. Little pause at each one. And just try to breathe normally here. You might find that it's helpful to kind of lengthen your breath a little bit. Avoid holding the breath. Forward, hip, and press back. Hamstrings. Okay, we're going to change that, and we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. So we step the other foot forward. I'm going to tuck my tailbone under as best I can, press the hips forward, and then we're coming forward to that lunge and back. As you come forward to your lunge, you really don't want to be arching the lower back, okay? So you want to maintain a neutral spine. Press the pelvis forward. Think of keeping your tailbone tucked under as best you can. So because we move through these stretches, some of them, it's a bit more mobility than just a static stretch. You can have a little pause and travel it forward. Good. Okay, we're going to come through to lie on your back next and stretch your glutes. A few different ways to do this glute stretch. So I'm going to come and lie down, cross one ankle over the opposite knee and hold it. Depends on your hip mobility where you can get to. So if you can hold around the front of the shin, do so. You might hold the back of your thigh, that's okay as well. Try and have your pelvis in your neutral position, tailbone heavy, so you don't want your bum lifting off. And you want to be able to have your head on the floor without being like this. So this is really important. If you need a cushion under your head, you need to pop one in, okay? And try and get the head and neck to the floor, supported by your cushion. And again, just breathing normally. Slowly release from there, and we change sides. So it's the same thing, ankle over the opposite knee. Try and keep your pelvis neutral, your head down, your neck long, and you fold the legs in. So if you can hold the back of the thigh, fine. If you can bring it a bit deeper and hold on to the front of the shin, it just deepens the stretch a little bit more. Just play with it. The further away you push this knee, the deeper the stretch is going to be. Equally, you might just take the hips across the body a little bit, or take that leg across the body. That can also deepen the stretch. So you can play with it. And breathe. Full breath. Neck and shoulders relaxed as best you can. Good. Slowly release. Bring yourself up. Okay, we're going to take a mermaid stretch now. So it's a stretch in the side body. Sit in this position. Okay? I'm going to give you some modifications. The movement is here. You go to one side, you inhale through center, you exhale to the other side. So avoid crushing into your waist here. The waist wants to stay lengthened on both sides. This is mobility. Okay. If it's not comfortable to sit like this, you can bring your legs to this position and just take this stretch side to side. Okay, the idea is that your pelvis stays evenly weighted, that both of your sit bones are on the floor. Exhale over. Inhale through center. Exhale over. Nice. Okay. Now, if you're in this position, you stay there. We'll do a second round. If you were in the first position, you'll just swing your legs to the other side now. Okay, waist stays long, sit bones heavy. We exhale over. Inhale through center. Exhale over. Inhale through center. Exhale over. Got to be careful in this stretch that you're not arching your lower back. Okay, so pull the abdominals in a little bit. Stay connected so that you avoid arching. Stay with the breath. Good. Okay, we're coming through to lie on our front now. We're coming into a little bit of extension work. Really important that we do extension work. This one's called Cobra. It's your Cobra in Pilates. Okay, option one is here. Just lengthening forward. This is small Cobra. Your lower ribs stay on the floor and then down. So forward and up, forward and up, and down. The full version is the same to start with without pressing into the hands. And then you can use the hands and the arms to lift yourself all the way through. And you peel back down. And you lift forward and up. And you peel back down. You don't want to have any pinching in your lower back when you're doing this. You're allowed to feel that you're working and feel a stretch, but it shouldn't be pinching, it shouldn't be nervy. Personally, I would do another 2 or 3 minutes of Cobra because it's so good. So if you've got time, do some more of that. If not, we're coming up to our thread the needle. This is rotation. So we're going to go alternating arms here. You breathe out, you turn the spine. You inhale center. You exhale, you twist, reach the arms through. You inhale center. So maintaining your neutral in your spine, lengthen spine. I want you to avoid rounding your back to do this. That's not helpful. And you want to try and keep your hips really still, okay? So the chest turns, the ribs turn, the spine rotates, your pelvis stays still. You need to have a pivot point. Good. Try and make yourself even with this. Same number of reps on both sides. Good. Bringing it center. We're going to do a little bit more for the hamstrings now. So you come lie on your back again. Head on the floor or on a pillow. One leg lengthened. The other one, you hug it in. Pelvis stays in neutral. And you're going to stretch the leg and bend. Stretch and bend. Okay. So the position of the thigh here. There are 2 ways you can do this stretch. The other way, you hug the knee into the chest and you unfold the leg and bend. You're unlikely to straighten your leg in this one, but it'll give you a different stretch in your hamstrings. And this one, because the knee stays bent, is less likely to irritate your sciatic nerve. So if you're prone to that kind of sciatic-y type pain, opt for this hamstring stretch. This is the one I do. Good. We're going to switch that to the other side. Pelvis in neutral. So you can try and straighten the leg towards the ceiling. You can flex the ankle. Ready. We started. Exhaling to lengthen. Inhaling to bend. If that's feeling a little bit nervy, you hug the knee in and you unfold the leg to where you can. Hamstrings are quite tight. Breathing out, breathing in. Keep your thigh hugging into your chest. The leg won't straighten. So different stretch. Good stuff. Release from there. Okay, 2 more stretches to do. We're on to our tummy again. This one's for your quads and maybe a little bit of your hips, depending how tight you are. You come down, keep your legs together, knees together, and you pull one heel into your bottom. So your forehead is on the back of your hand. Just let your neck rest. I'm going to turn so that I can speak. Here, you want to squeeze your glute, okay? You want to press your hips, press your pubic bone into the floor. That's going to deepen the stretch, okay? If you're here, it means your hips are really tight, your back's arching, so your aim is to get your pelvis flat on the floor. Press your pubic bone down. Squeeze your glute, increase the stretch. Try and keep your legs together. So if you're way out here, it's not as effective. Yeah, try and keep your legs together. Relax the shoulders and find your breath. Great stretch. Release and do the other side. So we're doing kind of 45-second stretches here. Now ideally, you could hold this stretch for up to 3 minutes. If you hold this stretch for 3 minutes on either side, you will feel taller. You press the hips to the floor, squeeze your glute, try and keep your legs together. And breathe. Ribs tucked under. If your mind wanders and you start to relax out of the stretch, bring yourself back, find a deeper stretch. Find your breath. 10 seconds. And release from there. Good job, guys. Always nice to lift up and finish, bringing yourself into a child's pose or rest position. You can stay there for a few breaths or roll yourself up. Feel a new person. Well done. Thank you.